This video app review is brought to you by the iPhone appreview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhone appreview.com. Today we are slinging out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application that's put out by one of our favorite app promoters, Cholingo. They're responsible for applications like Angry Birds, as well as things like Cut the Rope and lots of other iPhone classics. So every time they decide to throw their name onto an application, we pay them particular focus. So, the application that we're looking at today is called Spoing, and I've got it on my dashboard ready to go. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into this and show you how it works. I'm sorry, I was actually playing this at the time, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get out of this if I can. Actually, I'm not entirely sure how to do this. So I'll just go ahead and show you how this works with the level that I was playing. The basic idea is that you play this character named Spoing, who is an amorphous little sort of creature, and your only goal in the game is actually to recapture these rainbow crystals that have been scattered around through the game. And the reason for this is because at the beginning of the game they have a nice little animation where you the character Spoing, are talking to another creature of the same type. We're not exactly sure what kind of alien these guys are, but your only charge was to actually protect these crystals while he was away, and then you sort of fall asleep and wake up and you find out that they're all gone. So now your goal is just to go through the game and then collect these back. So to do so, you're going to need to make use of these platforms that are here. As you can see, I'm actually resting on a save point at the moment. If you go to these blue ones and you happen to land on them, then you can actually go back to these blue points at any point in time if you happen to die, which I'm going to do quite a lot of probably. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you how this works. Slingshot style, you get to go through and pull down and then fire away, and it makes these nice little musical notes as you go along. Lots of just small graphic design touches that are just ace for this game. Something that we really enjoyed about it. Obviously, there's the dual mechanic too of the fact that as I go through the levels and I actually hop onto these platforms, etc., I actually need to leverage the fact that if I pull down, I can be attacked by enemy units below me. And there are all kinds of different obstacles that you have to look out for. For instance, I have to look out for those, and I have to look out for all the other enemies that are sort of floating around. So lots of things going on there. If you collect these crystals, oops, that did not work. Well, it did sort of work out. If you collect these crystals, it'll actually it'll actually stop time for a limited amount of time, or you can use them to build, various points. For instance, I'm going to build that one right there, which isn't actually going to do me any good, but it's there. There's another mechanic there in the fact that you can actually build new platforms to use in case you feel stuck, which is a nice touch. So I'm going to go back and try to actually do this correctly so I can show you what it looks like to actually complete a level. And again, it's going to build a very nice wide sort of platform there for me to land on. And then bounce up. And there we go. And the game will give you hints as you go along. And again, those do disappear, so there's a nice touch there. Okay, I get that. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and collect these gems very quickly, and then create yet another platform to work with, which, not quite where I wanted to put that one, but that's okay. So in a lot of ways, this game is very similar to any other physics platformer that's available for the iPhone, except it's a little bit different in that it's not a straight, Angry Birds clone. It's got a lot of new game mechanics in the sense that it's an entirely a unique, intellectual property is kind of the term that we use for these things. So it's got its own unique twist to the game mechanic. On top of that, it comes with one of the best graphic sets that we've seen in nearly a long time. It sort of reminded us of Contre Jour, which is another game that's been put out by Cholingo, in the sense that it has this sort of Inkwell-inspired art style that's very gorgeous and just excellent to play through. It's got all, it's a game world that we actually want to be involved in. I'm going to go back and show you the main menu while I can. It comes with a ton of levels. Obviously, we haven't played through too many of these. But they're all here for you to play through, and just a whole world of content. And one of the things that we loved most about this game is the fact that as you go through, the levels actually are extremely well paced, which is something that we're particularly sort of sticklers about in these kind of games. And the idea is that as you go through, the app gives you new things with a frequency that keeps you engaged. Instead of just giving you everything at the front and then sort of having you do the same game mechanic throughout the entire game, they instead sort of introduce new things at a comfortable pace as you go along, so that you're engaged, you're active, you're thinking about it, and you're really having a blast is the biggest part of that. And that's something that we really enjoy in these kind of games. Pacing is something we're, like we said, particular about because of that reason. If you throw everything at us at once, we get bored with the game pretty quick. But in this sense, we actually had quite a lot of reason to continue to go through the game. With the amount of things that the developers have thrown into this, like new backgrounds, new just, levels in general, new twists, new obstacles, new platforms, it really is quite an ingenious box, so to speak, and something that we really enjoyed having a blast with. So to give our final wrap-up, Spoing is available for 99 cents. Excuse me, I was going to say $99, but it's not quite right. 99 cents in the App Store, which makes it a tremendous value no matter how you slice it. It is put out by one of the biggest names in the industry, which is something that we really, harp on, because it just means that you're going to get a lot of quality out of this. It's a very well thought out game. It's extremely well designed. And just to put it simply, it's probably the next iPhone classic. We absolutely loved it. It's got a unique game mechanic that takes, mere seconds to learn, but potentially hours to master. It's got a lot of content. It's got a lot of, fun twists as you go through the game. So all in all, it's got all the makings of an iPhone classic, and we will not be surprised if we start talking about Spoing in the same sense that we talk about Angry Birds or Cut the Rope or any of those other games. And again, at 99 cents in the App Store, it's a tremendous value for your money. So with all of that in mind, we are going to give Spoing a solid 4.5 out of 5-star rating from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. It's one of our favorite new applications to hit the App Store, and as such, we can't help but recommend it. So go ahead and try it out, and then let us know what you think about it. So that's pretty much all we have to say about it. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we'll see you guys later. Bye.